It's Friday, August 10th. NDA candidate and first-time MP Harivansh Singh of the Janata Dal United is now the deputy chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. This is the first time in 26 years that the post was decided through voting. The post of deputy chairperson became vacant after Congress leader PJ Kurian retired on July 2nd. Singh defeated opposition candidate and three-time MP BK Hariprasad 125 votes to 105. And his election once again exposes fault lines in opposition unity. In yesterday's vote, MPs of the Aam Aadmi Party, PDP and YSR Congress abstained from the vote. According to reports, Arvind Kejriwal decided to abstain after Rahul Gandhi did not seek his support for the Congress candidate as promised, which forces Congress to re-examine their failure to rally opposition support. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's phone call to Naveen Patnaik sealed the deal for the NDA candidate. Fence-sitters TRS also backed the NDA candidate. Amit Shah managed to secure their support, which is key to BJP's ambitions for 2019 after their fallout with the TDP. Harivansh Singh is a former editor of Hindi daily Prabhat Khabar and was a political advisor to former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar. He's said to be a close friend of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
हरिवंश जी उस कलम के धनी हैं जिसने अपनी एक विशेष पहचान बनाई है। दिल्ली में चंद्रशेखर जी के साथ काम किया, चंद्रशेखर जी के चहेते थे। अब सब कुछ हरि भरोसे।
More than 20 people have been killed in landslides and rain-related incidents over the last 2 days as rains continue in parts of Kerala. Several families have been evacuated after flooding in parts of Alappuzha, Kannur and Palakkad districts. The water level in Chaliyar River in Malappuram rose by over 10 feet, submerging banks in Neelambur and Eranad talukas. Airport services at Kochi were briefly disrupted. The maximum number of deaths were in Idukki district, reported the Indian Express. As waters of Idukki reservoir continue to swell, authorities opened the dam's shutters for the first time in 26 years yesterday. Shutters have been opened just 2 times in the past, in October 1981 and October 1992. Authorities had issued an orange alert last Tuesday after the water held by the reservoir's 3 dams rose to above 2,395 feet, just 9 feet below the reservoir's full capacity of 2,403 feet. In a controlled operation, the shutters of one of the reservoir's dams were opened by 50 centimeters for 4 hours. Residents living along 100 meters of the dam were issued a warning and relocated. Floodgates of as many as 22 other dams were opened in the state, reported NDTV. Indonesia is reeling under the burden of over 340 deaths after another 6.2 magnitude earthquake rocked the Lombok island. A series of tremors over the last 2 weeks, including a 6.9 magnitude earthquake on Sunday, has flattened buildings and cut off electricity connections to over half of Lombok.
We might still be in trauma after 3 to 6 months. I don't think it will be easy to return to the normal life. We need to do it slowly. Because the trauma was extraordinarily bad. Like we dare not to sleep indoors.
More than 2,000 people have been evacuated from the islands off Lombok's coast, where there are fears of a tsunami, Reuters reported. According to CNN, the government has estimated up to 20,000 people are still in need of assistance in northern Lombok. 80% of the buildings in the region have been destroyed, and the death toll will only rise higher as more bodies are brought out of the rubble. Red Cross volunteers said on Tuesday that 2,000 tourists stuck on Gili Islands have now been evacuated. But with airport services interrupted, leaving the country soon may not be a possibility. According to some reporters, relief measures are yet to reach many remote parts of the island. Over 1 lakh people have lost their homes and are surviving on fast depleting supplies, said the ABC. Fueled by love. Go further to get closer. A ticket to visit Mum. These are some of British Airways taglines from their India campaign that focuses on comfort, inclusion, and helping uneasy flyers. Now contrast this to a shocking complaint of racism that has surfaced against the airline. In a letter addressed to Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu, a Joint Secretary-level officer has alleged that his family and a few other Indians were offloaded from a London-Berlin British Airways flight because his 3-year-old son was crying during takeoff.
तब तक वो थोड़ा रोने लगा क्योंकि अनईजीनेस हुई तो रोने लगा, थोड़ा भूख भी लगी हुई थी उसको। तो हमारी मिसेज ने उसको अपने आर्म्स में लेकर उसको चुप कराने की कोशिश की। तब वहाँ एक मेल क्रू मेंबर था, वो आके बोला कि द चाइल्ड शुड सिट ऑन द सेपरेट सीट। फिर जब टैक्सिंग होती रही तो फिर उसका क्रू मेंबर आया, बोला कि यू प्लीज कीप क्वाइट। उसने ऐसे शब्द के इस्तेमाल किए, कीप क्वाइट, अदरवाइज यू एंड योर फैमिली विल बी ऑफलोडेड।
According to reports, the airline crew intimidated his already nervous 3-year-old child, aborted their takeoff, made racist comments, and offloaded the family and other Indian passengers who tried to help. British Airways has initiated an investigation. However, this isn't the first of such complaints. British Airways has a history of offloading flyers, including a controversial incident in 2017 where they offloaded Kwame Bantu, a 65-year-old diabetic with prostate cancer, for walking into business class to stretch his legs because he was in pain. Rows of groceries, yogurt and milk arenas, the condiments shelf, and a peacefully sleeping customer. Europe is experiencing a heat wave, and so one Helsinki supermarket decided to step right in and help customers beat the heat. While 30 degrees Celsius sounds like every day for us, for Finland, which has an August temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, it's too much to bear. Worse, homes in the Nordic country are abundantly equipped with heaters and stoves, but have no air conditioning or cooling facility. That's where K Supermarket stepped in and invited 100 customers to spend the night in its Helsinki store, literally anywhere they liked. Supper, breakfast and beer till 9 p.m. was also on offer. An intense and prolonged heat wave has triggered disruption across much of Europe. Last month, wildfires killed at least 91 people in Greece. Sweden has had over 50 forest fires, a dozen within the Arctic Circle. A glacier on Sweden's Kebnekaise mountain is no longer the country's highest point after it melted 4 meters within July. Switzerland's fishes are suffocating as water temperatures rise above 27 degrees Celsius, while Poland is experiencing a sudden bloom of toxic algae. Meanwhile, back home, after much delay, Swedish home furniture brand IKEA finally opened the doors to its first Indian outlet in Hyderabad. It's a huge 4 lakh square feet showroom with 950 primary and 1,500 secondary employees. IKEA plans to set up 25 stores across India by 2025 and has adopted a non-negotiable approach to hire 50% women at all levels, including quote-unquote forklift drivers and assembly co-workers. Abroad, IKEA is known for its do-it-yourself furniture, but has had to partner with Urban Clap here due to a negligible trend of self-assembly. It's also had to drop its famous beef and pork meatballs, available in stores all across Europe, for a more conventional samosa and biryani. Samosas and sofas? Not a bad idea. Get some chai too, and you'll have your weekend morning fix. See you Monday.